Emma Raducanu's viral superfan was ejected from the Australian Open by police officers, and a tennis fan who went viral for his support of Emma Raducanu was kicked out of the Australian Open for being too rowdy. James Bray made the headlines earlier this week after being singled out by Raducanu in her post-match interview after beating Maninkaya Sawanki. Bray dubbed her Rado. Throughout her straight sets victory, while wearing a distinctive tank top emblazoned with Australia, Raducanu acknowledged him during her on-court interview, saying, "Thank you to the support. I think it was incredible on both sides. And particular shout-out to Rado apparently is my new nickname. You're invited for every match. Just let me know, let my agent know, and you're here." Raducanu later issued a public call to track down her newest supporter, in spite of his newly found fame. Things took a turn for the worse during Friday's action at the Rod Laver Arena. Bray was cheering on Alex de Minaur in his match against Francis Tiafoe, but his support was deemed too rowdy and he was asked to leave. Bray documented the ordeal on his Instagram story, posting a video of police issuing him a directive to leave for 24 hours along with $700, 354 pounds and 88 pence. Fine. Though he escaped a longer ban, he told his followers, "So we got the police here. Unfortunately, I'm being kicked out of the Australian Open because I've been too rowdy." A police officer then notified Bray that he wouldn't be allowed to return to Melbourne Park for the next 24 hours. "Kicked out of the Australian Open because I am a fan. Thank you very much," he sarcastically replied. "I appreciate being kicked out of the Australian Open for being an Australian Open fan, being a tennis fan." Bray continued to film outside the venue as he was being escorted away by a gaggle of police officers. Despite his obvious frustration, he described the ordeal as quite fun. "This is hilarious. I've got the police force here taking me out." He added, "I feel like this guy, an Australian Open security guard, doesn't want to do it, and that's fine. The police force is taking me out of the Australian Open. I'm a big fan, no dramas. But the cops are here. It's quite fun, quite fun.